Hello and welcome back to Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. This is Mousy, and we just got. Now we're getting back from going to the tavern with our two brothers, reminiscing on old times, and unfortunately, Levi really screwed up and got the lecturing even longer lasting than the frog story that we heard about. Oh boy, he didn't remember that one, but he sure is going to remember this one. Oh dear Levi. Anyways, let's continue. Wolf Manor, cooking together. I wonder if it was all right that I just stopped by. Francisca must be busy. I hesitated to enter the manor, but my eyes met with the maids who had just happened to come outside.
あら、どうも。奥様ならいらっしゃいますよ。坊ちゃんたちも。
Arigato. Huh? Levon and Levi are here too?
ええ、今日はお休みなんだそうで、奥様も張り切って。
Yeah, she loves her kids. That is so sweet. Uh-oh, is there a frog? At that same moment, I heard a scream from inside the manor. Oh, gasp!
何かしら?
I ran past the maid to the source of the voice. Francisca? The voice definitely belonged to Francisca. It must be something serious. I quickly looked around the room and saw... Francisca was there, standing in front of a pot spewing black smoke into the air. Francisca? Oh boy. She cried out in despair as she ran toward me.
落ち着いて聞いて。何もしていないのに。お肉が。
Oh no, not the meat. What about the meat?
爆発したのよ。
What the heck? How did you... How? I almost asked how, but quickly stopped myself. Oh no. Are you talking about that smoking pot over there?
そうよ。気をつけて。また爆発するかもしれないわ。
Only you could figure out a way to make a piece of meat explode like that. But that's impossible. I kept that thought to myself and lifted the lid of the pot. And it exploded. What?
だから言ったのに。
今の悲鳴はなんだ。また母さんか。
Levon and Levi ran in alert, as if they were on duty. What a way to spend your day off.
またって何かしら?
What do you mean again? You better watch your guys' mouth, man.
いや、母さんの悲鳴なら心配だなって。お前、顔がすすけてるぞ。大丈夫か?
I am still trying to process what had happened. I mean, one minute I was looking under the lid of the pot, and here we are. Levon tried to wipe my face with his sleeve, but I used my own before he reached me. I'm all right, but the explosive, I mean, the meat. Oh, I don't know how. I mean, this is seriously intriguing.
肉?
Miku. Levon and Levi cautiously looked into the pot. They already knew what the result was.
これが肉か?
Look at Levi. Oh no.
完全に炭になって。あ、いや、母さんが無事で何よりだな。
Oh, oh no. Right. It's great that Francisca wasn't hurt. It'll be fine, even if the meat is a little charred.
少しせっかくの肉が。
That's true, too. I mean, meat, even IRL, it's quite expensive.
ありがとう。でも残念だわ。せっかくラバンとレビが休みだからごちそうを作ろうと思ったのに。
Shame.
俺は母上のその気持ちだけで胸がいっぱいだ。おお、昼飯も入る隙間がないくらいだな。
二人とも体が大きいんだから無理しなくていいのよ。
She's such a sweetheart. I love her to death.
いや、むしろ好都合っていうか。
I elbowed Levi in the side before he could say anything stupid. No. I took a look at the other ingredients. It's okay, Francisca. You can cut off the charred parts of the meat and still have a bunch of ingredients left. I'll help you make something.
まあ、
ナイス。
Levi held up his thumb, so I responded in kind. I didn't want any more food to be wasted.
そうと決まれば急に腹が減ってきたな。
How did you get a piece of meat to explode?
早速作りましょう。あなたと一緒にお台所に立てるなんて嬉しいわ。
Especially enough for it to put soot on your face. Like, Chica, did you not have anything else in there with the meat? I'm happy too. I'm sure the cooking will be delicious.
お前一人ならきっとその場合はうまい飯が。
Levi, watch your tone.
し、黙ってろ、レビ。
Meat, vegetables, and cheese. There's also preserved fish and milk. Wow. We could make a huge feast unlike anything I usually ate. I was salivating just looking at it. It sounds good. You really went all out, Francisca.
そうでしょう。じゃあ私はまずこのお肉をなんとかするわね。
肉はダメだ。
Not the meat. I mean, taking care of the charred parts is hard, so I'll do it. Sorry, Francisca. The meat is the main course, so it has to be dealt with carefully. That's true. How about washing off the salt from the preserved fish first? That ought to take a long time. Hold on. Okay.
ああ、確かにそうね。それじゃあきれいに洗うわね。
I'll prepare some salt water, so put it in this after that. Just wash it lightly.
なるほど。塩辛くするのね。確かに味が濃い方が美味しいわ。せっかくだからここにソースも入れたらどうかしら。
He backed up like, No, the salt water isn't for flavoring. Washing it with unsalted water washes away the flavor too. No wonder all the fish dishes that Francisca makes are so salty. I managed to convince Francisca to do it my way while I prepared the ingredients for the soup. Onions, carrots, garlic. I chopped up the veg. I can read. I chopped up the vegetables and threw some garlic in a pan with oil to give it some color. I added potatoes and carrots to sear before pouring in water to stew. The fish bones were still there, so I put them in the pot as well and waited for it to become more fragrant. We have lots of potatoes, so I can make another dish with them.
ええ、温かいサラダを作ろうかと思ってたんだけど。
Excuse me? Potatoes? In a salad? Potatoes in a salad. That sounds good. How about I boil the potatoes and then mash them? I've never had potatoes in a salad. But then again, yeah.
は、もったいないから、さっきの塩抜きしたお水は使えないかしら。味が濃くなるわよ。
No. I think it'll make it smell fishy. Yeah, I think it's better to give a flavor different from the fish.
そう？
Yeah. Yes. We also have onions, so we can use them to flavor the mashed potatoes. If we have a little bit of bacon, I think it'll be even better.
あるわよ。切りましょうか。
Great. If you could cut them into some smaller pieces, they'll be easier to eat. I boiled and peeled potatoes while stir-frying the bacon and onions, then tossed them lightly with the potatoes once they were cooked. I seasoned them with vinegar, sugar, salt, and pepper. After mixing them all up, it was done. I worry about the cost of the spices, but I rarely get to see all this food. I got excited and wanted to try new things.
手伝わなくて平気か？何かあったら呼んでくれて構わないが。
Levon looked at Francisca and me in succession. His eyes are asking me if things are going all right with Francisca. It's fine. I think we need to roast the meat soon.
肉を？
His eyes again. He was worried about the one that got burned earlier. There's something I want to ask you, Levon.
なんだ？俺にできることなら何でも言ってくれ。
Underneath all the char, the meat was still practically raw. I skewered it, rubbed in salt and pepper, and handed it to Levon. Can you roast this for us?
なるほど。任せてくれ。せっかくの肉を無駄にはしない。
He's a big meat eater too, so like when he probably saw the state of the meat, he was probably very much heartbroken. And I don't blame you too. I love me some meats. I'm counting on you.
一緒にお料理しましょうか、ラバン。
Okay, now's my chance. Oh, Francisca, do you have any extra jam?
確か少しだけ残っていたはずよ。そこの棚に。でもそのジャム、甘さ控えめよ。
Just as well. That's fine. It's actually better that way. I took out the jam from the shelf as told. It was a sweet and sour berry jam. I put some in the pot and then looked for some wine. Ooh. Getting really spicy. Well, not spicy, but yeah. Where's the wine?
それならこっちだ。俺も手伝うぜ。
Okay. Thanks. Can you mix around what's inside the pot? I added the wine to make sure it didn't burn and simmered until it was reduced.
こっちは何を作ってるんだ？デザートじゃないよな。
It's the sauce for the meat. I thought it would help with the burnt parts.
へえ。でも肉にかけるのか。俺肉苦手なんだよな。
Yeah, I know. I know. Levon loves it though. You need to eat some for strength.
いいんだよ。俺は食いすぎると体動かなくなるし、チーズの方が好きだ。
Yeah, I know you're a cheesy guy. I think this sauce works for cheese too. How about trying it with that?
お、いいなそれ。ついでに酒も飲もうぜ。
You can drink some booze, but I'm just gonna stick to my tea. After the sauce was done, I added milk, butter, and herbs to the soup. When it was finished, I sprinkled more herbs on top. Adding some fresh baked bread that was bought in town, the potato salad, the meat, and the cheese made the meal complete. Because there were people waiting, I kept the number of dishes low, but this should be enough for lunch. Alright, done.
ああ、すげえいい匂い。
すごい。
初めて料理をしたが、案外なんとかなるものだな。
That was your first time cooking. You would think that you would have actually started to learn how to cook if your mother's cooking was that bad.
つっても俺たち焼いたり混ぜたりしただけだけどな。
It's you gotta crawl before you can walk, right?
何から何までやらせちゃって。ごめんなさいね。
No, no worries. I enjoyed it because I got to use so many ingredients. I was finally able to try out some of the cooking methods I've heard around town.
お前楽しそうだったもんな。
お前の本領発揮というところか。味も期待できそうだ。
Oh, I'm sure it'll be so delicious. I know one person might be a little bit jelly of you guys, though.
ほんとね、楽しみだわ。では、いただきましょうか。
Itadakimasu. The food lined up on the table smelled appetizing. It was making my stomach growl. Since Levon and Levi had the day off, they each had a glass of wine in hand.
まあ、二人とももう飲むつもりなの？
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
たまにはいいだろ。せっかくこいつと母さんが腕を振るってくれたんだしな。
あ、今日の料理は特別酒に合いそうだ。感謝している、母上。
そう言われると悪い気はしないわね。
Yeah. We all settled in and divided up the potato salad and ate the fresh baked bread with the soup. I poured the berry sauce all over the meat.
なるほど。このソースをかけると匂いが全然気にならないな。少しピリッとするのは、これは
胡椒でしょ？甘酸っぱいのとバランスが取れていて美味しいわね。
Yes, the meat's cooked to perfection too. Thank you so much for helping, Levon.
これくらいはいつでも手を貸すし、礼を言うのはこちらの方だな。
ああ、さっきまで窓開けて作業してたからスープがすげえあったけ。
Oh, so how did that document go? What were you doing, Levi?
靴とか磨いてたんだよ。だいぶ汚れてたからさ。
Oh, yeah? You always work so hard patrolling.
まあな。でもお前の作ったスープが飲めるならすげえ頑張れそうだな。
How about I teach you how to make it?
いや、それはなんか違うかな。
Things always taste better when somebody else prepares it for you. Cafe enchanté.
サラダも少し凝るだけで全然味が違うのね。これって本当に同じ芋よね。
Yeah.
間違いなく同じ芋だな。
信じられない気持ちはわかるけどな。
I was happy to see them eat so heartily as the dishes gradually emptied. Levon didn't have much to say about the meal, but he still kept taking seconds of the bread.
ああ、このソースをかけたチーズがブドウ酒に合う。エールでもいけそうだな。
I think you're drinking too much, Levi. Maybe you're eating too much too.
うまいからしょうがないだろ。そんな酔ってねえから心配すんなよ。
Levi had the biggest appetite among us. Although he was a little picky with food, it felt nice to see him eat so much.
節度を持ってね、レビ。私はそろそろごちそうさま。とっても美味しかったわ。
I'm happy to eat it with you. It was delicious too.
家族で揃って料理をして、ご飯を食べて。こんな風に過ごせて、嬉しかったわ。
Yeah. When I saw Francisca smile like that, I felt happy but also a little sad. Francisca really thought of me as her family, but once the masquerade ends, I would leave town. That's what I was thinking. No, I should forget that for now. I wanted to enjoy the food with everyone here together.
ねえ、やっぱり飲みすぎじゃない？
全然飲んでない飲んでない。まだ5杯目だしな。
俺は6杯目だ。まだまだだな。もう一杯行こ
よし、エールも持ってこようぜ。
Hey, both of you. The sun hasn't set yet. There isn't even time to forget that. The dinner table was filled with laughter, even this early in the day. Okay. Like I said before, I was skipping through all those pink things. These things right here. And she may or may not have said something, or somebody else was saying something along the lines. But either that or I'm just forgetting. Because she plans to leave the town after the masquerade. Did I miss something? I don't remember. Why can't I? Maybe that's a part from the, that one dude that sells those little stories and stuff. Maybe. It just feels wrong for me to continue on with the main story without doing that. Yeah. Let's just do that. Alright, we're going to the next part. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's dressed in her girly outfit. I might have been naive. The search for the Kaleinovia was more difficult than I thought it would be. I was unable to find any meaningful information as the days continued to pass. The date of the Masquerade Festival came closer without fail. What should I do? Even though I initially refused it, maybe I needed to ask for Francisca's help. No, but... Oh, sorry. It was like I had tunnel vision whenever I was lost in thought. I helped up the woman I bumped into. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
平気よ。ごめんなさい。私もぼーっとしていたから。
Hey, Chica, thanks for the wig. Do you recognize me? She really is so cute. Oh, Thanks for the other day. What a coincidence. It was the employee from the tavern who gave me the wig.
どこかでお会いしたかしら?
Oh, no, not at all. I must have recognized you from or somebody else through you. I think so. Oh. I just remembered how I was dressed, but it was already too late.
商売柄、人の顔を覚えるのは得意なはずなんだけど。ああ、 便利屋
Shh. Silence, Chica. I'm on a mission. Ah, you're too loud.
さん。びっくりした。全然気づかなかったわ。
She is so pretty. My goodness.
服装までバッチリ。もしかして、すっかり女装にはまっちゃった？
No, no, I have not. So, like I said, I'm on a mission. Well, she doesn't know that, but. No, I had to do this for a job.
冗談。それにしても。
Kawaii.
似合いすぎ。女の子にしか見えないわ。
Oh, Chica, you don't even know. Thanks. Would you please keep it a secret that I'm the handyman?
私ですって。すっかりなりきってるのね。
Yes, I'm. It's an important thing I gotta do. Never mind that.
わかってる。誰にも言わないわよ。言ったところで、きっと誰も信じてくれないし。今のあなたが、本当は男だなんて。
Yeah, let's hope. I wonder if she'll really keep quiet about it. Would she tell others because of how funny she found it?
ああ、私のこと疑ってる？
No, that wasn't my intention.
それじゃあ、こうしましょう。黙っていてあげる代わりに。
What is it?
ええ、今のあなたなら、うってつけだわ。
Aren't you cold, Chica? My goodness. She emphasized that in a weird way. In other words, her favor had to do with me dressing as a woman. I had a bad feeling about this, but it still felt better having this set up like some kind of deal. So, what is it that you want me to do?
ね、ある人に別れ話を伝えてほしいの。
Oof. Oof. A breakup? This was the kind of thing that got troublesome. I wasn't well versed or experienced in that area, but I knew that at least. Wouldn't it be better if you handled that by yourself?
もちろん、恋人相手ならそうしてるわよ。私がお願いしたいのは、お客さんなの。
Oh boy. A customer at the tavern?
そう。一夜限りの恋人。
Oh, I see. My goodness. Is he the type that's persistent or something?
いいえ、すごく紳士的な人よ。金払いもすっごく良くて。
Generous, huh? Then why?
ちょっと、気味が悪いっていうか、その人ね、私に何もしようとしないの。
Why would you find that strange? Can't you just treat him like an actual tavern customer that's there to drink or eat your delicious food? Nothing?
いかにも周りとの付き合いで来ましたって感じで、ずっとつまらなさそうな顔をしているの。
But he's probably only there because of his friends. I mean, not everybody is looking for that kind of thing.
きっと相手は誰でもいいんだろうし、私のことなんて顔も覚えてないんじゃないかしら。
That is strange. But if he doesn't remember your face, why bother breaking up?
そうなんだけど。向こうは立場のある人だし、早めにしっかり縁を切っておかないと、面倒なことになるかもって。
If he doesn't remember your face, then just forget about him. Well, I mean, I'm confused. Am I just being innocent and naive right now too? Can you tell me more about this person?
ごめんなさい。これ以上はダメ。お客さんのことをペラペラ人に教えちゃうのは。ね
I mean, I get that, but who am I speaking to, and what am I going to say that she's breaking or you're breaking up with him? I mean, you're just a tavern worker, literally. I don't know. And how am I supposed to work on this?
それじゃあ、引き受けてくれるのね。
You gotta give me some kind of information. I mean, only after you tell me more information.
私から教えるのはダメだけど、本人から聞く分には大丈夫よ。
I'm not interested in him, and I'm not interested. I just need to understand who am I talking to.
そういえば、ちょうど今日の夜待ち合わせしてるのよね。グッドタイミングだわ。
Oh, is that right? She's completely leading this situation. I didn't think I could turn it down anymore. I'm still reluctant, but...
ありがとう。助かるわ。ね、場所はここに書いてるから。待ち合わせの時間も。
She handed me a piece of paper as she spoke. It was a place that I was familiar with, so I knew I would be able to find it easily.
その人、目印にスノードロップを持ってるから、会えばすぐにわかると思うわ。
Holding on to a snowdrop? Okay. A man with a snowdrop. Got it. So, about my outfit.
もちろん。絶対に誰にも言わないわ。
Please don't.
それだけじゃ悪いし、あなたがお客さんとして来た時は、とサービスしてあげる。
Hopefully it's another wig. I'm sorry, but I'm really not interested in that being that kind of customer. No, thank you. I think it's about time. I was particularly motivated to do this, but I accepted it as... I wasn't particularly motivated to do this, but I accepted it as a job, so I had to. I headed to the meeting location a little earlier than the scheduled time. Night arrives quickly in this town because of the descending fog. In about an hour, our vision would become limited, and not many people would be seen walking around. The only people out at this hour would be people plotting mischief, or people under special circumstances. Could it be that person? And one of those people under special circumstances was standing at the meeting location all by himself. Because of the fog, I couldn't see his body or face, but the snowdrop petals gave off a white glow. I had come a lot earlier than planned, but he was already here. I was a gentleman. He was a gentleman, just as I had heard. But I can't let my guard down until I talk to him. All right. I pumped myself up and walked over to him. I was still in woman's clothing. Coming to a job it was only natural for me to be wary. If he were a total stranger, my involvement in his breakup would cause some suspicion. On the other hand, if he were someone I knew, things would become extremely awkward. So actually, dressing as a woman for this job was perfect. I felt uneasy without my sword, but I was confident subduing most men with my close combat abilities. My nervousness grew with each step. I didn't know how to start the conversation. Would he simply agree to it? Without any love experience of my own, I couldn't even come up with an idea of how the conversation would go. Maybe winging it would be the best option here. Oh! He must have noticed. The owner of the snowdrop looked toward me. I was much closer now, but I still couldn't make out his face. I should call out to him. Make sure my voice doesn't crack, and make sure I don't speak in a man's voice. There were a lot of things to think of before accidentally making the wrong move. I mean, you should be able just to speak regularly because you're a female. You're gonna have a female voice. Although, I mean, some people have a deeper female voice. But yeah. But in the end, I couldn't say anything.
来たか。
Oh my! Oh my gosh! It's Lucas! Huh? I didn't understand what just happened. My body froze up and I couldn't move an inch. My goodness, this is her first kiss was by a man of the Hawk clan. His lips pressed against mine, silencing me. What just happened? The place where we touched had a moist heat to it. My tongue felt something warm. The snowdrop fell from the man's hand and onto my foot. In the next moment, as if the spell had been broken, my body reacted. I pushed myself away forcefully and slapped him with all my strength.
何を
I'm not the person you're meeting with. The man rubbed his left cheek, and looked at me in surprise. Oh my gosh. I finally found out who he was. Lucas!
どういうことだいや、それよりすまない。俺はてっきり
Sorry, I'm sorry. All this time I was tense, wondering how to approach the breakup. Then I was kissed suddenly by a man who turned out to be Lucas. My mind was a mess, and I couldn't think straight, but a calm and composed voice came through my lips. The person you're waiting for isn't coming. She's not going to meet with you again. I'm only here to deliver the message, that's all. I said only the bare minimum before turning around to leave. I heard Lucas calling for me to stop, but I ran at full speed to get away. I ran with all my might, my mind blank. All the while, wearing heels as an uncomfortable skirt that I wasn't used to. How much time had passed? How far had I run? By the time I realized it, I had returned to the tower. I closed the door behind me and leaned back against it, sitting on the floor. I couldn't get my breath together yet. My whole body felt hot. I felt like I was suffocating. Because it hurt so much, I took my time to steady my breathing. I tried to inhale and exhale slowly, little by little. I slowly caught my breath, and my clothes still... I slowly caught my breath, and my clothes still clung to me from sweat, sapping the heat from my body. As my body cooled off, so did my head. I couldn't help but think about what happened. I was kissed by Lucas. Though my body was cooling down, my cheeks were burning up again. It's different from when Ashen Hawk does it to me, because he gave that good luck charm to my eye, not my lips. I subconsciously moved my hand over my right eye. It's hot. Oh, oh, girl. It was hotter than my cheeks. I was sure it was bright red at that moment. Calm down. Please calm down. It was just an accident. It came from a misunderstanding. I mumbled to myself. I repeated it over and over until the heat dissipated from my right eye. It's nothing. So please, hurry. After some time had passed, the fever finally went away. Thank goodness. What's with this anyway? I kept mumbling my thoughts out loud. Why would he come at me all of a sudden? I thought he wouldn't even touch her. My heart was beating faster again. I had to calm myself down. My mind and body were both heavy with fatigue. I wanted to wash off the sweat, but I would rather go to sleep right now. I climbed into bed, still in my outfit, and buried my face in my pillow. He kissed me. That is such... I'm not a big fan of Lucas. I don't know how he really is. Apparently he's a gentleman, which that's a good thing. But I actually think that was a cute CG. I covered my head with the blanket and pressed it down on myself. I should go to sleep. I didn't want to think about anything I shouldn't. I woke up with a gloomy feeling. I had trouble sleeping. Maybe it was because of what happened, or maybe because I went to sleep in this outfit. It's all wrinkled. I moved sluggishly to take off the clothes and smooth out the wrinkles. What should I do today? Should I go around town in this again? Or should I go in men's clothes? After thinking for a while, I should wear this. If I didn't force myself to wear it today, the bad memories from yesterday would discourage me from ever wearing it again. That would be unfortunate. I smoothed out the wrinkles some more until they weren't as prominent anymore. Alright, I'll go out after I get myself ready. First, I'll have breakfast, then clean myself, get my things ready, and there I was again. As usual, the town was bustling with people. Because I wore this dress more often nowadays in order to ask around, I was getting used to wearing it. The investigation would continue today. I probably wouldn't be able to extract any more meaningful information from the townspeople. But I was in the outfit already, so I should talk to someone who might be privy to special circumstances. For example, someone high up in the clan of the Hawk. Lucas came to mind, but so did what happened yesterday. For a moment, my face began to turn red, but I tried my best to suppress it. It's true that if I can talk to Lucas... No, I don't know what to talk about. Besides, he's not someone you can meet just because you want to. I want to see him. I don't want to see him. I can't see him. If I can't see him, it can't be helped. Yes, I try to deny the thought that came to mind, and yet...
待て
Huh? Martin was grabbed from behind, right when I thought I couldn't meet him.
昨日の女だな
What do you want, sir? No, It was all so sudden that I couldn't be ready for it. What should I do? Should I just feign ignorance?
暗がりで顔はよく覚えていないがこの服は見覚えがある
Seems like I couldn't. What should I do? Why would Lucas come to talk to me? I thought back on what I did. I went to meet him to tell him about the breakup in someone else's place, and then I slapped him. Good going, Chica. Right on. Lucas appeared to be angry, despite how he was the one who kissed me without warning. And if he found out that I was Jeremiah,
すまなかった。
huh? I hadn't expected to hear an apology. Did I hear it wrong? I couldn't believe that Lucas would apologize.
謝って済む話ではないかもしれんが、許せ。この通りだ。
I mean, granted, she did say that he was a gentleman. So, I mean, it doesn't come as a surprise to me, at least. But, you know, our little Chica, it would be could be a surprise for her. I wasn't hearing things, apparently. Lucas was bowing to me, here in public, under watching eyes. I should say something. Why did you do such a thing?
面倒なことは最初に済ませてしまおうと。
You wanted to take care of the bothersome part early? Like, what's so bothersome? It was a kiss. Huh?
ああいう商売の女に何もしないのは、逆に礼を失すると言われた。
Oh, yeah. I mean, this was her wig, so I guess in a way I can't totally blame you. But you should have just came out straight with her from the get-go, whether if you did or didn't. Made sure that she understood that you weren't there for her usual services. You know, well, actually you did, huh? You were there just because you were with your friends, but she just took it the wrong way, I guess. Don't enter the room with her, in other words, you know? You should have just stayed at the bar and said, no, I'm not that kind of patron. You know, I'm just here with my buddies and I'm having drinks. They're doing all the shenanigans. But, yeah.
同席の連中に仕組まれたこととはいえ、逃げるのは心情に反する。だから、ああして待っていたのだが。まさか無関係の人間が来るとは思いもよらなかった。
Well, I do accept, me personally would accept the apology because, well, first of all, I would not expect you, of all people, to apologize for Jack Snot. Cold, fearful, ruthless. The image of Lucas in my mind was crumbling away. He admitted his own wrongdoing and apologized while bowing. And this was for kissing a stranger by mistake. I would never say this out loud, but Lucas seemed kind of cute right now. Okay. Alright. Don't worry, I'm fine now. I responded while suppressing a tiny smile that was emerging. I'm surprised you're not red-faced. Lucas didn't sound convinced, and he made an awkward expression. If I talked to him for too long, I might give myself away. If he didn't notice it was me from last night, this would have been my chance to ask about the Kaleidovia. Now, if you'll excuse me.
また会えるか。
Whoa. Whoa. That shocked kiss even made... Okay. Alright. I did not expect to hear that from Lucas. If we had another chance to talk, I might get to ask him about more things. We live in the same town, so I'm sure we can meet up again soon. He's not talking about that, Chica. If I wore this outfit, I could talk to him anytime. But for now, this should be enough for today. I got to see an unusual side of Lucas. Just thinking about it was making me smile. I'm sure Levon and Levi wouldn't believe me even if I told them. Oh dear. Look at that smile. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Of course, I would never be able to tell them since I'm hiding the fact that I'm a woman. Okay, so Levi and Levon are also supposed to be considered in the dark when it comes to being a female. Gotcha.
ちょっと、そこのあなた
Another familiar voice called out to me from behind. I turned around and my line of sight moved downward. One of the only few girls that I knew that was shorter than me. T?
今、お兄様と何を話していたの
Don't worry about it. It wasn't much.
嘘お兄様がお父様以外の人に頭を下げるなんてありえないもの
Well, why don't you go and ask him, and if he decides to tell you, that's on him, but I ain't saying shit.
正直に言いなさいさあ
She was watching, and she came running over to me to ask about it? She must really love her brother. I couldn't tell her the truth about him apologizing for kissing me. She and Lucas could talk at home, so I should try to brush her off. Oh my goodness, me and her are the same. It really wasn't much. Yesterday, I received some trouble during my work, so he apologized for it. That wasn't a lie.
本当にそれだけ
Yes, he's a very kind gentleman.
当然よ私のお兄様なんだから
You're a little sparkler, huh? T's expression turned from one of suspicion to cheerfulness when I complimented her brother. Yeah, she was really sweet on him.
あ、でも勘違いしてはダメよお兄様は誰にでも優しいんだから
I call BS.
あなただけに優しくしたわけじゃないのよ
Man. My dear goodness. Uh-huh. Kind to everyone?
だから気をよくしてマスカレードのお相手を頼んだりしてはダメなんだから
I am not going to ask that.
そうでなくてもお兄様は断る相手が多くて大変なんですもの
Even though I think he would actually be the first one to walk up to me because apparently a surprised first kiss was enough to hook, line, and possible sinker. Partner for the masquerade?
そうよもしかして知らないの
This is your perfect chance to ask her about the Kaladovia. I'm not knowledgeable about these things.
まあ仕方ありませんわねそれなら教えてあげますわマスカレードは素敵な殿方と踊るものなのこの町の女の子なら一年に一度の絶好の機会なんですのよ
Oh, really? Then I can't join the masquerade without a dance partner?
そんなことはありませんけれど私は嫌ですわそんな寂しいお祭りなんて
Bull crap. I always went to my school dances solo. Well, I had fun with my friends, okay? Then you already have someone to go with?
私に釣り合う殿方なんてルーガスお兄様しかいませんわだから他の女が寄りつかないように
Chica, you're barking up the wrong tree. You need to let him go. This is only unhealthy for you. Huh? I didn't quite hear that last thing you said.
なんでもありませんわとにかくあなたは勘違いしないことよろしくて
And she's gone. I thought she was just as haughty as I thought she was just a haughty little girl, but she told me a lot of stuff that was surprisingly helpful. There were so many things I didn't know about Lucas, T, and the masquerade. I wondered if there was someone who would dance with me at the masquerade. I can't think of anyone when I'm dressed as a man, but in this outfit. No, I had to think about making sure the festival could take place at all. That was my job in the first place. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see here. It is close to being time. I think I'm gonna cut this one short right now. To everyone, thank you again for joining me on this read through of Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. Remember to give a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, let us hopefully I'll see you back to continue on this interesting little adventure. It's quite fun, actually. It's getting even more interesting. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe. We'll continue on. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good day. And see you there.